Hey guys, so I get a lot of questions about my readings, and I decided to go ahead and answer them. Okay, one of the biggest questions that I get with people is about my video readings, video response readings versus my live readings. My live readings cost way more than my video response readings, and I'm going to tell you why. For me, I don't need a lot of information when you're getting a reading. I can just have your name on the form and I can track your energetic signature to be able to read for you. But when I do live readings, whatever, I'm very sensitive and I hear a lot of things, I can see a lot of things. If whatever's going on inside of you, or if you have resistance to the messages and things like that, it's actually more energetically draining for me to read for you because I have to get through. It's kind of like talking to someone in a dance club, like where the music is really loud and you have to hear them underneath the music. It's like that. So all of the stuff that's going on inside of you, I have to hear. I have that loud noise. It's like this static of, any heavy, dense energies are gonna be like static to me. Okay. So to avoid that, the video response readings, everybody doesn't have that. Let me say that. When it comes to the live readings, everybody doesn't have that. It depends on just what's going on with you. But sometimes if you have a whole lot going on in your life and there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anxiety, I can hear all that static. Okay, so it takes more energy for me to read for you. That's why those cost more. I try to base my pricing on, energy and where I'm at with energy. When I'm abundant in energy, I offer things for lower pricing. If I'm not in that space where I'm exerting a whole lot of energy, then the prices are higher. That's the way it goes for me, because I have to maintain my energy. Now, with the video readings, it eliminates that static. Okay, it eliminates that static because there's no way for me to be in contact with the person and not pick up on way more of what's going on in them. And sometimes some of that stuff is getting in the way. Okay, so my video response readings are extremely accurate. And I don't have to sift through different the static of the person's energy in order to read. So I can shoot fast. Okay. Also, another thing, I've gotten a lot faster in readings. So the pricing, I did change the pricing for two reasons. Okay, so the pricing is lower now if you want to go and buy a reading. But I'm going to tell you there's two reasons I did that. One being I'm a lot faster. Okay, so you can buy a reading for less time and get as much energy as what like a 20-minute reading could give you, as much energy, as a longer reading used to give. So things like that. Okay. The other reason is that I don't know how much longer I'm going to be offering personal readings, period. Okay. I'm not going to always offer personal readings. So I decided also to let people be able to get in and get their readings, the people that wanted them. I wanted to go ahead and do that because I want to make it available because I truly don't know how much longer I'm really going to be doing readings, offering the personal readings. There won't be a change on the blockages reading and the dark entity removal readings. There's no more medical readings. Okay. I stopped doing medical readings. I'm not doing past life readings right now. The blockages reading, a lot of people ask me about that. What is the blockages reading? The blockages reading is for, if you're stuck, it's the perfect reading, but it is very intensive. It's an hour long. And it's basically breaking down what blockages are occurring in your life, what areas of your life are blocked from moving forward. That could be financially, love, whatever. And then I tell you how that blockage is manifesting in your world, like what that blockage looks like. Okay, this is what's going on in your world because you have this blockage. And then I look at the soul. I look at two levels of the soul. And I look at what's occurring there. I look at what is going on in the shadows of your soul that's contributing to the blockage. I look at what's necessary to bring that shadow to the light, to clear the blockage. And then I look at, what you have to do going forward, what's going to be necessary to clear that blockage. A new thing that I've started doing, ability that I've gained as I've been doing more and more blockage readings, is now I have the ability, I can just sit and spell out your entire soul path in terms of clear, what the blockage, how your soul is traveling on its grid that is causing the blockage, and then exactly how your soul is traveling, how it needs to travel to clear the blockage. Okay, so I can say that all in one swoop. I can just read it, just be able to really tap into where you are in your grid and just spit it out in a story. I wasn't always able to do that. It's something that's just developed as I've gotten deeper into doing deep soul readings. Okay, so that's a good one if you're blocked in any way or you're wanting to know how to get unstuck. I'm still offering the dark entity removal readings, okay? The dark entity removals are if you're experiencing a haunting, or if you're having an issue with the dark entity, I'll do the removal for that. And then it also includes a service that I do myself without you with me after our session, that I do at 3 a.m. to deal with that dark entity and that haunting. Okay, but what we do with the dark entity removal is we look at what that entity is attaching itself to, and then I help you to detach that entity from you. But then there's something required on your end to make sure that you don't open the door back to that entity for it to reattach itself. All of that is taken care of within the session. Okay, so you should not, if you decide to let the entity back into your life, you're going to have to be making a decision, because you're going to understand how this entity works, how it formed, what it's attached itself to, and how to keep it from attaching itself again, whether it's come from generational, whether it's a generational entity, because sometimes that happens where a person comes to me and they have an entity on them that was on their mother, that was on their grandmother, so sometimes there are like familial types of spirits, energies, or whatever that are on a person. So we address it through that way as well, if that is the case. And what other question was it? There was another question. Gosh, there was another question that I got from you guys, because I was thinking, I'm like, I need to just make a video to answer these. I should have had them all together and pulled up. That would have been great, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, the 10-minute reading, because then people wonder, like, in the 10-minute reading, can I really get answers to anything? Absolutely. In the 10-minute reading, it's good for, it's not good for a whole lot of questions, of course. It's only 10 minutes. But I can get quite a bit of information in the 10 minutes. So, like, if you're wondering where you're headed with the situation, what's going to happen, things like that, just for some general clarity about a situation, you can get that. You can get some of that. The 30 minutes is good for when you're wanting more detail, okay? When you're really wanting to go deeper with the situation. And of course, an hour is extremely deep, because I can go really, really deep in my readings in terms of, depending on how deep you want to go, into why a situation is occurring or what's going on, what's happening at a soul level, all of that stuff. The 10-minute reading is not a soul level reading, okay? But you can definitely get clarity. Like if you're confused or you're needing to understand the situation, you can definitely do it with that. But it's not gonna get deep. It's not gonna be a soul level reading just because it's just not enough time, but it's good if you just need some clarity about something. It's a perfect reading for that. But like I said, readings will not always be available because I'm not sure how much longer. Hopefully I'll still be able to do them for another 2 months. I'm not sure, but for now the prices are lower. If you want to go ahead and try a reading out. Hopefully people who have wanted to have readings done with me that were not able to will get the opportunity to at least, get a reading from me before I stop the personal readings. And then also you can always remember that the Love Club is there. If you're wanting the Twin Flame readings, that's what that club is for. And you can get, at the $20 a month, there's like 22 readings or something that people are getting now per month. So there's a lot of readings that you can get in that club. Okay. It's like 20 to 22. Sometimes it can go up to 22, but sometimes it's only 20 depending. Because now I'm doing the zodiac sign readings in the Love Club. Okay. The individual zodiac signs. Yeah. So that's that, guys. Thanks so much. The link for the scheduling will be in the description box below. I think I answer all of your questions. I'm going to have to look again. If there is one that I think a lot of people might have, then I might just do another quick video when I get a chance and explain those things about my readings. But the biggest thing that I saw people wondering was about the video responses versus live readings. I definitely don't have to do live readings to slam dunk a reading, in terms of accuracy and things like that. Like I guess some people, they don't even want to put any information in the form. They just write their name and then they're writing me back like, oh my goodness, that reading was so accurate. I can't believe, like, how could you do that? And you only know my name. That's all that's necessary. It's like, anything from you is like your fingerprint, so, I don't have to have all of that, a bunch of details. It's good if you give details if you want to. It's totally up to you. But yeah, so if you're worried about the video readings versus the live, don't be. Like, seriously, don't be. There's no reason that you have to be worried about that because it'll definitely be accurate. Okay, so that's that, guys. See you soon. Bye.